People don't realise how important the oceans are. They produce 50% of the oxygen on our planet. PU's working hard to protect and preserve the environment in general and make sure it's sustainable for future generations. A few examples, we've got people looking at the best way to manage some of the new nature reserves like the Purbeck Heath National Nature Reserve and making sure that that can provide recreation activities but also preserve biodiversity. We've got people looking at freshwater, whether that's managing fish populations in freshwater or whether that's sort of looking at the effects of invasive species in freshwater. There's a whole range of projects across all different types of the environment, both in the UK and internationally, which we're involved in.
I set up this project called North Bali Reef Conservation. We're a non-profit NGO which is aiming to rebuild this area of reef. I had the idea to set up this project as part of my placement when I was talking to one of my supervisors, Rick Stafford, and with him, alongside a few other members of staff, I wanted to talk to them about hey, how could we set up a coral reef conservation project for a first year undergraduate environmental science project?
Yeah, Bournemouth University is really having an impact. So close to home, we've got a couple of projects. We've got artificial rock pools down on the seafront at Sandbanks, going into Poole Harbour. And that's part of a process to really look at how we can engineer hard structures and how we can make them as good for biodiversity as we can. But internationally, obviously, we've got the project in Bali. It has a slightly different focus, more than thinking about what can actually go into the sea and how we can benefit things for biodiversity when we put them in the sea. This is really about really supporting local communities in the face of climate change.
We've really seen that these reefs have come back to life from this level where they were very degraded and poor biodiversity. Now, after 6 years of work, to very high quality, highly biodiverse reefs of communities of fish and corals.
People don't know what lives under the water in a lot of cases, and the oceans control our weather conditions and our climate to a huge extent. So understanding this and making sure this is protected is really vital to the quality of our life.
Before, when we started, this area was empty and dead, and now it's a bustling, healthy coral reef, and that's all I need to keep me going, keep me motivated.
I think it's really important for students to do placements. The great thing about this is you get to see conservation and how it works in an entirely different country, in an entirely different sort of political and economic setup. And it gives you a chance to see some fantastic fish and coral as well.